Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Sunday, 17th of November, 3:02 p.m. This is the time when we're going to do our weekly BBMA analysis for the week of 18 November to 22nd November 2019. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. We start by review our test plan. This is our trading plan. So our trading plan is based on the weekly setup, which is re-entry sell on weekly, and we look for daily MHV, H4 MHV or momentum, and for early confirmation we look at H1 momentum or extreme. Okay, so our exit strategy is to cut loss on H1 if it's opposite our direction, and depend on some pair which has higher volatility, we use H4. Okay, money management, we trade one pair in one account, maintain only capital on the working accounts, mean we withdraw our profit every weekend, so we always cut loss before we MC our account. We trade all pairs, but however we only trade maximum 5 pairs. This is to make sure we are not mixing all the pair in same account, and also to keep the trade level at a manageable level. Okay, we use automation. We create alert on TradingView for our setup, and the indicator is able to detect extreme momentum and also re-entry. Okay, so for this week I will show you how to do analysis, full analysis for myself, and we straight away look into the chart now. Okay, so this is a trading view. As you can see, this week I'm using the free account. This is the free account. I created a new free account because I got some feedback from the group saying that they are not able to see the indicator in TradingView. So this is a free account. As you can see, I don't have the pro logo here, and it will often give us a pop-up and advertisement when we're doing our chart. So let's get into the chart. Okay, if you load your chart, I prefer to use the dark chart because it's easier for me to see, but as you can see, there's nothing on the chart now. So we look at indicator. We click on this button to add indicator, and we type BBMA here. Okay, once you do that, you should be able to see this BBMA Omar Ali dark, and the author is likewise, that's me. Okay, you enter your chart, and you will see all the BBMA indicator here, and we start our analysis from weekly time frame, and we systematically go through all the major pair first, and then we go for the cross pair. So the first major pair that we want to look at is Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD on the weekly time frame is a re-entry buy. Okay, it's pretty clear here. It's a re-entry buy. It's a very quite small cut loss region here. Then we drop into the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we can see a MHV buy, which is very good if you want to buy, right? This is a MHV buy. You can see here that last few days from Thursday and Friday price was going up, but from Monday to Wednesday price is trying to go down, but as you can see, it does not close below low BB, so that's very good. This is a MHV zone. Okay, on H4 we want to be able to see a confirmation that the buy setup is valid. So to make the buy setup valid, we need to see momentum buy. Okay, so here we can see a bullish candle that is close above top BB. Okay, so straight away from here we can see that this buy setup is valid, and what we want to do is we can layer our buy until here, or we can wait a little bit for the re-entry zone. So what we do is we record Euro USD in our trade plan, Euro USD, right? Euro USD. Weekly was re-entry buy, and then D1 was MHV buy, H4 is momentum buy. So we wait for re-entry buy at H4, or you can layer, if you are willing, if your account is big enough, you can put slightly tight layer, but for me usually I like to put 5 to 10 pips each layer. Okay, so that's Euro USD. Then let's move to the next pair, which is GBP USD, right? GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD, we go back to the weekly. Okay, GBP USD, we can see last week was going up, and actually it had made what do you call momentum buy. So last week it was a re-entry buy, but we need to do multi time frame. So daily we can see a MHV buy, right? MHV buy. Okay, so you also need to pay attention to this EMA 50 line, because when EMA 50 goes out from the BB, that's mean the price is making a re-entry setup on a higher time frame, and this is definitely valid for us, because you can see that on weekly is actually making a re-entry buy, right? So daily MHV buy, and let's confirm on H4. On H4 we can see there's already a momentum buy, a re-entry momentum buy. What we expect next is a re-entry. So GBP USD is another pair that we want to be able to trade next week. GBP GU weekly is re-entry buy, D1 MHV buy, H4 momentum buy. It's almost same like Euro USD, right? So we can wait for rebuy at H4 or layer. Okay, so now we already have two set up to trade next week. But be careful, because if you trade all set up with the same currency pair, that might be not a very good thing. Just in case USD getting strong, all this pair will go down, right? So, okay, next one. Let's look at AUD USD. This is another major pair. So for AUD USD, you can see that price is, let's go back to weekly. AUD USD weekly is making a re-entry buy. This is actually a BBMA full setup, right? Extreme buy, TP wajib buy, MHV buy, CSAK buy, re-entry buy. So you know what's next, right? It's a momentum buy here. So weekly is re-entry buy. D1. So D1 is interesting, because you see D1 is on Thursday, D1 is a momentum sell, but Friday D1 is closing back inside the BB, right? So this is interesting. And then we look at H4. H4 is CSAK buy. Okay, so for myself, I want to be sure of the setup before I enter. So we can go further, look at H1. Okay, H1 is good because we can see a momentum buy. So although this is true, for me I prefer to to see H. Maybe I wait a little bit more, because if you take this risk, right, the risk of the price retracing back and close below low BB is about 43 pip. If you're okay with that, then it's fine, but I recommend you wait for the price retrace back to re-entry buy. So what you can do is either you set the alert like so, okay, re-entry buy, okay, then you choose one spike candle close, okay. All right, let me explain a little bit how this thing works. So the way that I wrote the indicator is re-entry is basically you are rejecting the MA, right? MA5 or MA5 10 high or MA5 10 low. So this alert will trigger if the price close below MA5 high and MA5 low. Okay, so remember that even that condition happen, this will trigger. And then but we want, actually what we want is when price reject this. So just be mindful if you see alert, just know that how it was coded. So it will trigger when the price reject this, and also it will trigger if the price reject this. So if it's trigger and you look at the chart, oh, it's actually rejecting this, now that's fine. Okay, so you just need to wait for another alert. If the price reject this one, then you look for buy. Okay, so that's a tip on how to use the BBMA indicator. So AUD/USD is definitely one of our setup. Let's write it down here. AUD/USD. Okay, weekly is what is weekly again? Weekly is re-entry buy. Daily is I would say momentum buy first. Re-entry buy. No, daily is resell. So actually this is a momentum sell. Sorry. This is a very low risk trade if it works, you know. And then H4 CSAK, H4 CSAK. So wait for momentum by re-entry by H4. So we have alert on this one. Okay, then let's go to the next pair. Next pair will be next pair we go for NZD USD. Let's see how NZD USD look like. Okay, let me clear that first. Go for weekly. So in weekly, NZD USD is it look like a re-entry buy, extreme buy, TP wajib, MHV, but there's no CSAK yet. So this can be MHV still. Okay, so let's look at H1. H1, this is extreme, TP wajib, MHV, CSAK, no momentum, re-entry sell, but price is still here. So as you can see, to me it's is it a sell or is it a buy, right? If I'm selling, I'm worried that this is MHV. Let's look at monthly look like it's gonna make a re-entry sell. So guys, the thing is, if you if you caught yourself in this situation that you can't decide, do you want to buy or do you want to sell, right? Because the buy is not strong, the sell is not strong. To me, I always remember that at least there's 28 pair for me to trade. So in this case, I will wait a little bit longer, at least if I see which direction is H4 after this, right? Because this is it looks like it want to go up, but the higher time frame is sell, so I'm not sure still. Okay, so what I will do is I'll stand aside, just leave this pair for now and move on to the next pair. Okay, next one will be USD CHF. Did we have yeah, we don't have, so we skip NZD USD. Then USD CHF, let's look at weekly chart. On weekly we can see it's the extreme buy, TP wajib, MHV, CSAK, re-entry. Then there is no momentum, but now it's making re-entry again. Okay, never mind. Let's go to the D1. D1, the same thing, sell, buy, CSAK buy, then you make a MHV here, then it go up here, but no momentum, then you make a re-entry buy here. Again, like I said, this one I'm not sure. Maybe there are people who are more skillful that can trade this, but for me, I'm just using the basic BBMA, and I will definitely skip this pair. So we skip NU and also USD CHF. Okay, the next major pair that we can look at is USD CAD. Sorry. Okay, USD CAD. Let's look at weekly. Weekly. Okay, this one is clear, right? You can see MHV, and then here is re-entry sell. So right off the bat, we know what we're gonna do. Weekly re-entry sell, daily MHV sell, very beautiful. Okay, price goes up, not closing above top BB, H4. So even in H4, right, you can see price start to close inside BB and it making a CSAK sell. It's very beautiful. You go down, you come out, do a re-entry sell, then you see a momentum sell. This is a very beautiful setup. So definitely we want to participate in USD CAD next week. This is resell. D1 is I think it was MHV, right? Let me see again. Yes, MHV. Okay, MHV sell, H4 momentum sell. Okay, wait for resell or layer. It's at H4 or layer. Okay, you definitely can do this. I mean, I would definitely do this. Okay, next one. So we already have just after a couple of minutes, you already got 4 pair to look at, and then JPY. Let's look at one. Sorry. I think one more USD JPY. USD JPY. USD JPY weekly is MHV buy. MHV sell. Monthly is, but if you can see, right, monthly is quite sideways. So this one also, the BB is quite sideways. In this case, I'm not sure it's gonna go down or gonna go up. So let's see daily. It's a buy, but it's here. Yeah, let's just skip this one because to me it's very hard to analyze. Excuse me. And then what we can do is look at the cross pair Euro JPY. Okay, Euro JPY. Euro JPY is look like a monthly. Euro JPY is making, I'm sorry, Euro JPY is re-entry zone on monthly, and weekly is re-entry buy. So potentially Euro JPY will continue to move up until it reach the monthly re-entry zone. Okay, then we look at D1 first. Now this is re-entry buy. D1 is momentum sell, and then making its re-entry sell. So the D1 time frame and the monthly time frame is the same, and then okay, here is it reach top BB and it reject top BB, right? And let's see on D1. Okay, so for EJ, it look like it's currently going up, at least on the lower time frame, and also H1. But on daily, how to say, on daily there was momentum sell and it closed inside the BB. And let's look at H4 again just to double confirm. So H4 is making a extreme buy, TP wajib somewhere around here, MHV, CSAK, and then it goes up, and after that it make a re-entry buy. I think so we can go for buy, but we need to wait for re-entry buy. Again, to me this is a bit hard to analyze. We can skip this as well. Let's look at other pair, AUD JPY. We just need one more pair to look at. Okay, extreme buy. Okay, weekly re-entry buy, almost same like EJ. Daily momentum sell. Okay, H4 CSAK buy after extreme buy. Okay, then H1 there will be a momentum. There should be a momentum. Yes. So okay, for AJ we we can we can take this one as one of our setup, but as you can see here, weekly is re-entry buy. Okay, weekly is AJ, so weekly is re-entry buy. D1 is D1 is a momentum sell, but the distance from here to low BB is sorry, not this. This is the buy zone, and the distance is about 40 pips. Yeah, about 40 pips. You can layer this. Yeah, okay, it's about 40 pips. And then H4 there's already a CSAK buy, but I expect it to retrace a little bit to here, you know. So yeah, AJ we can do a buy, and then and D1 is D1 momentum. D1. I'll consider this as MHV by H4 CSAK by so our action will be wait for re-entry RE by at H4 or layer. Okay, so that's it, guys. We have now we have 1 2 3 4 5 pair that we can definitely look at for next week. For this case, right, since we so one of the disadvantage is if you want to wait for re-entry buy here, if you use free trading view, you either have to remove the AUD USD and replace it with AJ, or you have to check it manually, because on the free account you only allowed one alert. Okay, so that's why I subscribe for TradingView, so I can have like 10 alert at the same time. That's more than enough for me to monitor my setup, right? Okay, so basically that's it for this week. I wish you all have a good weekend, and good luck for trading next week. Have a profitable week ahead, and till we meet again next week. Bye bye.